This defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Carr. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On play action, it's Carr. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The Dolphins at 4-3, a game over 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them. Galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10. Now the rookie 3rd-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd and 3. Now Carr. They set up the screen to Achane. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Thornton, the motion man right. And the slot man goes in motion left. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run once more with Stevenson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And Charles, if you think about what this defense has had to prepare for, they're in for a battle, and they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got his target. That's complete. It's a big play there on 3rd down. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Tua now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Tyquan Thornton, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
On 2nd down, Tua. On the out route, he's got Thornton. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. So a new man under center here, Charles. It's the ultra-rare quarterback trade, and he delivers a strike there.
And you just don't see this happen very often. Changing of teams during the season at the quarterback position, but they expect impact from him, and they should get it.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Second and 7. Again, it's Stevenson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick blitz there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Stevenson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Game 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
The 2 is going to change things up. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. It's going our way, baby.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Complete to Thornton. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Stevenson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 1st and goal from the 4, and the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Carr going to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this out past the 25. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Carr now on first down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw his Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, the motion comes too late. Now this is going to be a delay. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happened after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
First down and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Two and now on first down. Completes this one to Thornton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Douglas, the man in motion. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Parker. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Tua going to change the play. Elliott. Touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Carr now to throw. Flush to his right. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man here, it's Wilson. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Tua going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, So they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the gun, it's Tua. Quick throw there is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play action. Now it's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. The lead is now 10-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so a good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. They'll run the toss here with Stevenson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, here's Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Checking this down to Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. He's got it to the 43 here.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. That would have been a great play, and he could not pull it in.
And that's one way if you get your hands on it, you should expect to make the play. That could have gone for big yardage. They just couldn't get it to stick to those big mitts.
That'll be caught by Parker. Before they're inside the 25. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing, Jones. Buying time to his left. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now Jones wants to change it up. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he will have a touchdown. Bo Melton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Tigers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Dolphins 10. Chad Ryland to kick off.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just letting you know, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now Jones. This pass complete to Melton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Play action. Jones. And that is incomplete.
The dominant on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covering up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
On play action, it's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A-Chain on the counter.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He'll get this one complete to Darden.
It's a room to maneuver.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He's able to find Melton.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here comes Berrios. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And it'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
This 2nd and 4. Carr. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Carr. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys backing for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
The slot man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, this one, that may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Third and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4, they got 8. And it results in a conversion on fourth down. Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. Now Carr. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, they took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Another try, second and 10 now. Now Carr. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. Carr to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is fourth down. Carr. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Another catch from Melton. Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get him with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. A handoff left. Elliott shifts by him. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And now the question everyone's wondering, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on now is the punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Here's Berrios. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah,
and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Brooklyn, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they drop back to 500 now at 4.